Monday night, and here's what's happening right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
On this Labor Day, more than 500 protesters gathered in Kennewick. Our very own Caleb Stipkovitz tells you why they're highlighting the importance of unions for workers.
Then a group of labor unions celebrating the contributions of workers in Kennewick. We're going to take you to the Columbia Park for the 12th annual Tri-Cities Labor Day picnic.
And get ready for all things hot and spicy. It is the return of the Pasco Fiery Foods Festival. And will there be a familiar competitor this year?
And let's go outside a live picture from our Skycam network. This is overlooking SeaTac as a lot of people are maybe coming home from the long weekend. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth in for Stacy. He'll have your first alert forecast next.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Apple Valley News Now live at 6. I'm Wendy Redmond.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. It is the first day of September.
People gathered for a Labor Day protest in Kennewick on a busy stretch of road by the Columbia Center Mall.
New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us this is all part of a nationwide protest on increasing the wealth gap between billionaires and workers.
It's been a busy morning on Columbia Center Boulevard, where protesters have gathered behind me for 2 hours now. Demonstrators took to the boulevard for the Workers Over Billionaires protest. Organizers say they are protesting billionaires getting richer while many workers' wages have stayed the same, and to spotlight the importance that unions have for workers.
I think it's very important that we hang on to the freedoms that we've gained and that we are compensated for our labor, which is what is making these billionaires all this money anyway.
More than 500 people joined in the protest, lining up with signs and waving to passing cars for a few hours. Those passing by giving a honk in support, or a protest themselves possibly. Indivisible founder Lauren Malone says most cars she saw were honking in support.
Overwhelming majority positive. Lots of honks, people coming by, waving. Well outnumbers the negatives. And do we get occasional negatives? Of course, but in general, it's been very, very positive.
Malone says the goal of the protest was to raise awareness that wage increases for most workers have not equaled wage increases for higher-ups, which she says includes CEOs and executives. One person says she has 2 takeaways from the demonstration.
Mostly raise awareness, and then mostly also kind of really recenter. A lot of people think it's political, and it's really about, rights of citizens that are kind of being trampled.
Organized say what better way to get their point across than on a holiday set to recognize the contributions of American workers. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Caleb, thank you. Thousands of people across the country participated in the Workers Over Billionaires protests over the weekend and today on this Labor Day.
All right, well, there is some smoke and haze in parts of the region this Labor Day.
Yeah, but will cooler temperatures be in our future?
Let's check in with Josh Colbreth in for Stacy Lee tonight with a first look at your forecast.
Well, I hope everyone out there had a fantastic Labor Day weekend. For tonight, we're going to end up down into the 60s for lower elevations. You probably notice all the haze and smoke up in the air for today. That's going to continue for tonight, especially smoky for portions of the Yakima Valley. For tomorrow, it's going to be hotter out there for sure. More haze across the map. High temperatures right around 100 for lower elevations, about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Bottom line for the forecast will continue to be up around 100 in a Wednesday and Thursday. Hazy sunshine for the foreseeable future. That could get disrupted a little bit, though, with shower chances going up and temperatures going down into this weekend. But a quick look at some of the haze we're expecting. Haze and smoke we're expecting into this evening and for tomorrow. You notice with those winds coming out of the north and west, once again, the smoke from the Wildcat fire spilling over into the Yakima Valley into tomorrow morning. Some of this getting into the basin as well. Now, as the day progresses for tomorrow, that smoke's going to thin out, but once again, we'll get those winds out of the north and west during the evening. That could put a lot of thicker smoke back into the valleys and potentially into the basin. But heat, like I mentioned, coming back as we head into the rest of the week. I'll tell you just how hot coming up in a few minutes.
New tonight, the Yakima Police Department is investigating after a man died of a gunshot wound and another person was hospitalized this morning. YPD says this occurred shortly after 3 a.m. Officers responded to reports of a man who had been shot on Cornell Avenue. Officers say they arrived to find a 27-year-old man had suffered a gunshot wound. Despite life-saving efforts, he died from his injuries. Shortly after the initial 911 call, officials say they were informed that another person believed to have been involved had been shot and was at the hospital. There, cops say they found a 32-year-old man with non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Yakima Police Department.
In lighter news now, the longest running parade in Yakima is making its return this September.
New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us what folks can expect if they're planning to celebrate the festivities.
The Yakima Sun Fair Parade has been a tradition in the valley since 1970, and it's the city's largest and longest running parade. The parade, which kicks off the morning of September 20th, is also considered the opening celebration for the Central Washington State Fair, happening the same week. Holly Cousins, president of the Sun Fair Parade Association, who has been involved with the parade for 20 years, says it's an event that brings people together.
So it is always on the first weekend opening of the Central Washington State Fair. It's that big kickoff for our community saying, hey, this is all of us, we're coming together, come please join us at the fair.
This year, the parade lineup will start on Yakima Avenue, with the parade concluding on Natchez Avenue. Organizers expect about 125 entries to participate.
Last year, the Seafair Pirates came back last year for the first time in a really long time. We're so excited. They're coming again this year with their giant pirate ship. We also have the Seafair Clowns coming. We have people coming from Canada bringing floats this year as well. So our parade grows every year and it's so exciting.
But Cousins says there's always some challenges with organizing a parade this size each year.
The lineup is always one of the hardest parts that we do. And that is ensuring that we don't have two bands next to each other or that we have dancers behind maybe horses, right? And so that mishaps don't happen, or two political parties next to each other. So we really try hard to separate, and so that even the participants that are watching, they get, an eclectic version of stuff. They're not seeing all the bands at once.
Parade officials tell me that the parade is more than just some annual event. It's a cultural experience for folks that live in the Yakima Valley.
What gives Yakima its identity is its culture. And so the parade does that for Yakima. It brings that culture to light and to the streets of Yakima. So it brings anything from arts to political to business to our farmers all together. Even in a divided political climate, we come together and we become one.
The Sun Fair Parade will once again take to the streets of Yakima this month, celebrating more than 50 years of community and tradition. In Yakima, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
If you would like to register a float, the deadline is September 7th. Kennewick's Columbia Park was packed this afternoon with people celebrating the 12th annual Tri-Cities Labor Day Picnic. This year's picnic offered lots of free food, including burgers, hot dogs, ice cream, and cotton candy. Attendees were also able to enjoy some live music, bounce houses, and a car show. The picnic is organized each year by a group of labor unions who really want to celebrate the contributions of all workers in the community.
If we can provide a free meal for people and some free entertainment, then we're more than willing to make the necessary financial contributions as well as put in the work to make sure that that happens.
And it's pretty popular. Organizers say they believe around 2,000 people came out to this year's event. Big changes are coming to one of Richland's busiest intersections.
Yeah, starting tomorrow, drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians will need to be ready for delays. Starting Tuesday, September 2nd, construction crews will begin a major overhaul at the intersection of George Washington Way and Aaron Drive near Columbia Point. It is one of the most congested and crash-prone intersections in the Tri-Cities.
Anytime we have construction along this arterial, it's going to be an inconvenience to folks who are commuting. And so You hear some negativity.
The city says long backups often stretch all the way to Swift Boulevard in the afternoons. The project is designed to improve safety and reduce congestion for drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians.
So you'll see part of the project is also removing some of the islands that cause pedestrians to have to stop mid-intersection. And so we're addressing safety as well as congestion.
City leaders have been studying the problem for years. Back in 2019, Richland completed a north-south travel study that confirmed the need for improvements. With grant funding from the Benton Franklin Council of Governments, engineers developed a plan and selected Ellison Earthworks to take on construction. Work will roll out in phases. This phase will begin with the closure of the parking lane to Benham Street.
And so on that west side, we'll have one lane that will be closed, but we'll continue to leave lanes open in each direction throughout the duration of the project.
Just down the way is Columbia Point Golf Course. I spoke with the general manager who offered up this advice for golfers.
There's routes they can avoid that construction, just go a little north of that, and then they can come around through Comstock or the next street up there. So come down Bradley.
The project is expected to wrap up by late November. Until then, drivers are urged to plan ahead.
It's not a convenient time with back to school. We understand that, but it will ultimately pay off.
Yeah, and city leaders say the end goal is a safer, more efficient connection through one of Richland's busiest corridors.
All right, Austin, thank you so much for that story. Well, how about this? A hot event is right around the corner in Pasco. It is the Pasco Fiery Foods Festival. It takes place at Peanuts Park in downtown Pasco, Saturday, September 13th from 11 until 7. The event is a collection and celebration of all things hot and spicy. It's also a family-friendly event with live music, a variety of different food vendors, a kids zone, and a painting section near Cafe Conarte. Ron Compton with the City of Pasco says this event also helps hit on the culture of downtown Pasco.
Highlighting the businesses, vendors, and the community that's down there. So we've got a lot of our farmers market vendors who, from May up through October are participating in the Saturday farmers market for Pasco. A lot of our PSK vendors will be participating in the specialty kitchens literally right across the street from Peanuts Park. So we get a lot of those vendors who are participating as well. And those vendors come from, all cultures, all walks of life to go ahead and provide different types of food that they think are important to them, that they've worked and spent time crafting.
They will also have a stage where they will be doing some of the food competitions, from the VIP pepper competition to the community pepper competition, a new wing competition courtesy of the Pasco's Wingstop. And I hear, Austin, that you will be there.
Yes, I talked Jessica Jalal as well into doing this.
Stop it.
Yeah. I should have asked you.
So are you, well, I can't really handle spicy
I know
food.
you can, yeah, I remember we had a conversation a long time ago. So I was like, I'm going to throw Jessica under the bus.
She's good with spicy?
She said she's willing. She's willing. So.
This might be humorous.
Yes.
But you like really spicy, yeah?
Yes, but like insane spice,
Ghost
so I don't think
stuff.
I'm going to win. I don't see it.
I can't wait to see the video of this. Yes. All right, well, still ahead, we will tell you why the Labor Day Spectacular on Saturday made history.
And let's go outside. Here's a live picture from our Skycam network overlooking the Sun Dome in the city of Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth back in for Stacy on this Labor Day. He'll have your forecast as many people are getting back to work and into the swing of things tomorrow. Stay right here.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abita Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abita Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abita Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen. Compensation should too.
Abita Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Do it all with Steel Battery.
Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking STIHL tools. Hurry into your local STIHL dealer or shop online.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during Purple's Labor Day sale, save up to $500 on select mattresses. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Wheel of Fortune Live, America's game show, comes to your hometown in this thrilling live theatrical experience. Contestants are randomly selected from the audience to solve puzzles and win big. Live at Legends Event Center, Saturday, November 15th and Sunday, November 16th. Don't miss your chance to spin it to win it. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and at the Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Wheel of Fortune Live.
Maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Apple Valley News Now hopes you have a great Labor Day.
Our news at 6 continues with local sports, making history in racing. This is a super cool story. Nicole Tarr became the first female driver to ever win a late model race at the Tri-City Raceway.
Round of applause.
Yeah, racing in the Labor Day Spectacular on Saturday. The Spokane native took the checkered flag in the main event.
That's so cool. The Pro Late Model cars are the highest skill level race at the event. With the track being built in 1968, Tarr cements her name in the history books, again becoming the first woman to win in the track's 50-plus year history. How about that? All right. Well, Cougar Nation now has another way to show their school spirit through a glass of Walla Walla wine.
New at 6 now, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says former Washington State University quarterback Drew Bledsoe and his family winery have teamed up with the Cougar Collective to launch a new blend that supports student athletes.
From the Walla Walla Valley to Pullman, Cougar Pride now comes bottled. Drew Bledsoe's family winery has released the Old Crimson Legendary Red Blend, a bold wine that celebrates Washington State University and supports its athletes through the Cougar Collective.
It's really a connection with my two hometowns. You know, it's Walla Walla, where I grew up, Wazoo, where I went to school, where I met Mara, two very, very special places.
Bledsoe says part of the proceeds from every bottle will go directly to Cougar athletes through name, image, and likeness opportunities.
When you're a Coug, you're kind of always an underdog, right? You know, we're the small school out in the middle of nowhere, but we've always embraced that underdog mentality, but we still want to win. And so raising some money for the collective is important to us.
The wine itself was crafted entirely in-house, using fruit grown in the winery's Walla Walla estate, something Bledsoe says you can enjoy with anyone. Well, maybe.
You can even share it with your husky friend. You don't have to.
For the Cougar Collective, the partnership goes beyond the bottle. It's about building a stronger future for WSU athletics.
Cougs are passionate. We have a very strong and
outgoing and loud fan base that we're trying to galvanize in any way, shape, or form.
Brandel says one of the easiest ways to do this is through partnerships from across the state that are Coug-owned businesses. He says Cougs helping Cougs isn't just a saying, it's a movement.
Drew Bledsoe is a quintessential legend of WSU football in our lore, who went out of his way to use his own business to support WSU student athletes. That should resonate with our student athletes to give them the understanding that while you may eventually leave Pullman, Pullman is never leaving you.
From the vineyard to the playing field, Coug Nation is raising a glass to student athletes, one bottle at a time. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
You can find the Old Crimson Legendary Red Blend online now, and organizers say bottles are expected to sell quickly as Cougar fans rally behind the cause.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Well, it was a hot, dry, and hazy Labor Day weekend, except for that little round of thunderstorms that we had on Sunday night. But it's going to continue to be hot, dry, and hazy, mainly because of this spinning blue H off in the Pacific. This is an area of high pressure, and it's going to continue to make us hot, dry, and hazy over the next couple days. So not really going anywhere for Tuesday, not really going anywhere for Wednesday or Thursday as well. So the heat is only going to build over the next handful of days. I'll talk more about that in a second. But first, for tonight, hazy skies across the map, especially smoky downwind of the Wildcat Fire. So that would put some of the thickest smoke into the Yakima Valley. Overnight low is going to be down into the 50s in the Cascades, 50s and 60s in the Blues, and 60s for lower elevations. Wind gusts going to be mostly light, could be a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley. The same thing for the Dalles. Then for tomorrow, more hazy sunshine across the map. This time it's going to be a little bit hotter. So we'll be into the 80s in the Cascades, 80s and 90s in the Blues, 92 degrees in Cabbage Hill, and then 90s and some triple digits for lower elevations. This would be about 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Wind gusts a little bit breezy in the southern Blues, the Blue Foothills, and for that US 97 corridor, but the rest of us going to see light wind gusts and high temperatures going to stay around 100 in the Tri-Cities through Thursday, the pivot for Friday. Then at that point, we'll start to really cool things off, actually a little bit below average by the time we get to Monday. But for the weekend, hovering right around 90 degrees. And that dip in temperatures is going to coincide with shower and thunderstorm chances going up. Now for Friday, it looks like that's mostly going to be in the mountains, but Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, lower elevations could get in on the fun as well. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, around 100 through Thursday, the pivot for Friday, and then cooler and wetter for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. In Yakima, hazy / smoky, just given the proximity to the Wildcat Fire that's burning in northwestern Yakima County. But it looks like the more unsettled weather for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday could help out that haze and smoke situation. Then in the Kittitas Valley, kind of dealing with the same thing, although chances for thunderstorms better in the Kittitas Valley as opposed to the Yakima Valley for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. In Hermiston, hot and hazy and dry through Thursday. Looks like a few more clouds building for Friday, and then cooler and wetter for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then in Walla Walla, the exact same cycle. It's going to be an oven out there through Thursday, a little bit of relief for Friday, and then a little bit more relief for the weekend and the beginning of next week.
Yeah, Wendy, that thunder last night, the lightning, it was crazy.
Oh my gosh, very loud.
Yeah, still ahead here at 6. We'll tell you why an Army football player and his father are making headlines, and here's a hint, it is not related to sports.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus find huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and save 30% on our Denver mattress lineup. Check out Doorbusters while they last, and make your cash go further with 60 months, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost.
Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This season on the Duck Lorette.
I'm so excited this year to find the one.
I'm here to win. I'm one of the fastest duck racers in the country.
Who will win this year's 2025 Mid-Columbia Duck Race? Find out September 20th at Columbia Park in Kennewick. The grand prize is a 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross, plus other fantastic prizes. Support our community, lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep the tradition alive. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race, presented by Toyota and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
At Good Shepherd, we're your primary care providers from the time your baby is born to caring for loved ones in older age. We're with your family every step of the way, with specialty services like kidney and heart care, urology, orthopedics, and cancer treatment. We provide the care you deserve close to home. And when life takes an unexpected turn, our urgent care team is here for you 7 days a week, because your health can't wait. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
All right, check this out. An Army football player and his father saved a man from a crashed vehicle just before it burst into flames on New York State on Monday. It happened after the vehicle crashed into a utility pole. The act of heroism and bravery all caught on camera. The video shows Army football player Larry Pickett Jr. and his father jumping into action to carry the driver to safety. Moments later, the car became engulfed in flames. The father and son stayed with the driver while he was being treated by medical personnel.
Wow, close one there. Well, newly released video shows a North Carolina pilot being rescued after crashing into the ocean. This is a pretty close call, too. Look at this. The accident happened August 2nd near Oak Island, where Mark Finkelstein's plane had engine problems. The engine failure apparently caused it to crash and flip in the ocean. Within minutes, a number of agencies were at the scene to reach the pilot and get him back to shore. Finkelstein survived on a small pocket of air in the back of the aircraft's cabin before rescuers were able to pull him out by his feet. Wow. Well, still to come here in our 6:30 half hour, as the hops industry struggles to find workers, we'll tell you what Representative Dan Newhouse believes could help.
And here is a live picture outside Coeur d'Alene. This is at the Silverwood theme park. I know a lot of people enjoying that over the Labor Day weekend.
I know.
Depending on your availability of rides that you can do.
I know, it looks like some scary rides in this shot here.
Coming up next as well, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is tracking your first alert forecast as a lot of people will get back to work tomorrow.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE appliances this Labor Day at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Get 4.9% financing for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado 2500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Every child facing a critical illness deserves a moment of hope. That's where you come in. At McCurley Dealerships, we're proud to support Wheels Make Wishes Come True, a campaign that's raised over $1.1 million to help grant life-changing wishes for kids right here in our community. When you choose McCurley, you're helping dreams come true. Visit McCurley Dealerships through September 12th. Join us at Corvettes on the Columbia or learn more at wish.org/AKWA. McCurley Dealerships, your way home.
At Meredith Furniture, we know how important a good night's sleep is, even if we don't always use the beds for sleeping. Right now, you can save big on top quality mattresses perfect for families like ours. Because when we do sleep, it should be amazing. Meredith Furniture on South First in Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Hear that? It's the sound of savings at your local Ford dealer. Get a sweet-sounding deal on F-150, Bronco, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Escape, and more. Hurry in today for the sound of savings, because a new Ford truck or SUV is calling your name. Just listen to this great offer. Lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend Black Diamond 4x4 for $299 a month for $36, or a Ranger Super Crew for $269 a month for $36.
We take off for a flight over an awesome park area in the Blue Mountains.
An adventure every time I'm at the reserve, and I see animals and wildlife and plants every time, something that I didn't see yet.
Fly the Northwest. Hapo Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have a look at the travel numbers from over the Labor Day holiday weekend.
And an update on the wildcat fire burning in northwestern Yakima County. I'll show you where the smoke and haze is headed to tomorrow morning at 5.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. It was the 98th annual States Day celebration out in Prosser. We were there and we'll bring you more.
Plus, we remember Chris Denslow, a longtime H1 Unlimited photographer. And we'll hear from the race director of the Tri-City Water Follies.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Well, we hope some of you are still enjoying your long Labor Day weekend. Welcome back, everybody. Austin Reed alongside Wendy Redman. And last night, at least in Kennewick, and well, really the Tri-Cities, thunder, lightning.
Bit of a show.
A bit of a show, and that was like around 8, 9 p.m.
Something like that. And yeah, it got pretty loud at times.
Now we're hearing there could be more chances for showers and thunderstorms later this week. So let's begin with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He's in for Stacy with a first look at our first alert forecast.
Well, I hope everyone out there had a fantastic Labor Day weekend. For tonight, we're going to end up down into the 60s for lower elevations. You probably noticed all the haze and smoke up in the air for today. That's going to continue for tonight, especially smoky for portions of the Yakima Valley. For tomorrow, it's going to be hotter out there for sure. More haze across the map. High temperatures right around 100 for lower elevations, about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Bottom line for the forecast will continue to be up around 100 in a Wednesday and Thursday. Hazy sunshine for the foreseeable future. That could get disrupted a little bit, though, with shower chances going up and temperatures going down into this weekend. But a quick look at some of the haze we're expecting. haze and smoke we're expecting into this evening and for tomorrow. You notice with those winds coming out of the north and west, once again, the smoke from the Wildcat fire spilling over into the Yakima Valley into tomorrow morning. Some of this getting into the basin as well. Now, as the day progresses for tomorrow, that smoke's going to thin out, but once again, we'll get those winds out of the north and west during the evening. That could put a lot of thicker smoke back into the valleys and potentially into the basin. But heat, like I mentioned, coming back as we head into the rest of the week. I'll tell you just how hot coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, we'll see you then. Last week in Yakima, Representative Dan Newhouse joined hops industry leaders to talk about one of the hops industry's biggest challenges, finding enough workers. Now, during the roundtable, Newhouse highlighted the challenges growers face, especially during harvest.
He pointed to the Farm Workforce Modernization Act, a bipartisan bill he introduced with California Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren that would update the H-2A visa program. That's the agricultural visa that allows workers to come to the U.S. for a set period of time before returning home.
Under the bill, existing farm workers could gain a path to legal residency while also making it easier for employers to bring in year-round workers.
All we want to do is to be able to bring people from out of the country on a temporary basis to work in an agricultural job and then legally, and then allow them to return home and live at with us.
The bill has passed the House twice, but stalled in the Senate. Still, Newhouse says he's hopeful it could eventually move forward.
In more local news tonight, over in Prosser, you might have noticed a burst of cheering and bustling traffic near the downtown area. Why? It was the 98th annual States Day celebration. Our Apple Valley News Now team was there to capture all the excitement at this year's grand parade. For Prosser residents, keeping this tradition alive is all about coming together, no matter who you are or where you are from.
I guess a good reason to come together. Just, you know, we can intermingle as Sunnyside, Grandview, and other close by communities, and just
we pray for just a healthy, happy, fun outcome.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jesus, for this day, all of us getting together.
Well, when you're involved with it, it makes you like kind of important in it, because that shows that you're a community, like you're part of it, and like that shows how nice it is.
I gotta say, Prosser has some awesome parades. I was at the Veterans Day parade last year, and they really come together. Now, according to Prosser officials, the parade, this one is usually the longest in Central Washington, boasting over 100 entries each year.
Turning to your sports headlines now, it wasn't barbecues and relaxation for youth soccer across the Pacific Northwest. Actually, hundreds of young athletes were playing on the soccer fields in Pasco, hoping to come out on top.
So new at 6:30 now, Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable says it was a fierce fight to see the champions crowned.
187 soccer teams battled throughout the Pacific Northwest in Pasco for the Labor Day Challenge. With hard-fought games all weekend long and so many teams, there's a lot of emotion and excitement after these championship games.
We worked hard, we were talking, passing hard, cooperating. Cooperating's a big one.
This Three Rivers girls team has been dominant, winning this tournament 5 years in a row. It's left their coach beaming with pride.
This group is very, very, very good. They are so advanced. I mean, the things they're doing are like light years ahead of like even some high school teams. I mean, just the way they move and off the ball, the way they understand concepts. They're just a really, really awesome group of kids.
Not only does the tournament provide a chance for young athletes to compete and showcase their skills, it also scores another big goal for the city of Pasco.
Vendors that we have here provide food, t-shirts, pictures, pretty much, you know, shoes and shin guards, soccer balls. So there's a lot of people. This does have a big economic impact on our community, from our hoteliers to the restaurants. So there's a big impact for the city of Pasco.
The Labor Day Challenge has been growing since its inception in 2019. In the past 2 years, the amount of teams participating has doubled, and organizers are already thinking about the 2026 tournament. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Jake, thank you. This was also the first time the tournament has been played with the new lights installed at the fields. Organizers say it helped make the Labor Day Challenge run smoothly. Wendy.
The Tri-Cities hydroplane racing community is mourning the loss of a man who dedicated more than 2 decades to capturing the sport's greatest moments. H1 announced the passing of longtime official photographer Chris Denslow. They say he died Saturday following complications from a short illness. For more than 20 years, Denslow documented the excitement on the water and the tradition in the stands, becoming a familiar figure to fans and racers alike. Growing up in the Tri-Cities, he understood just how deeply the Unlimiteds are woven into the community. His photographs are considered part of the sport's history.
Chris was really good at capturing people in their element and people having a good time. There's photos of people laughing, conversating, and, sitting there and discussing strategies. Chris captured the moment for every racer, and in doing that, he captured all of our hearts.
Stevens says Denslow grew up in the Tri-Cities, but the loss is felt nationwide. H1 says Denslow's contributions will remain part of the organization's legacy. We're told details on his memorial services will be shared in the coming days.
Our news at 6:30 is just getting started. Here's what's next. We have new information on the robbery case of rapper Macklemore, and we'll tell you if it could be connected to other robberies.
And Josh is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast as we leave you with this live look from Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Claim your crown at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, where you could roll into some serious cash. $50,000 is up for grabs for every winner. Just roll the dice to reveal your poker hand, hit a royal flush, and win $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. No royal flush? Every hand wins cash or free play. Play with your club wild card to multiply your entries by 10 times on Thursdays. Come roll for the royal at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
We call it the Fiery Foods Festival because the sizzling, sweet and spicy, fiery foods, live music, local vendor, fresh produce, kid zone, hot pepper eating, Pasco Wingstop Cluckin' Hot Wing Challenge, and Food Trucks Festival takes too long to say. Come feel the heat and savor the spice of life at the Fiery Foods Festival in the heart of downtown Pasco. It's free to attend, open to the public, and fun for the whole family. September 13th at Peanuts Park, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Before our service would be in and out, we wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Summer love for young and gold. Paradise! Bachelor in Paradise, new Mondays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City. Look and feel your best with cosmetic dermatology services.
Stay busy this summer with the City of Pasco. Enjoy open swim at Memorial Aquatic Park from 1 to 5:45 p.m. every day. with lap swim weekdays at noon, or sign up for swim lessons throughout the summer. Join the all-ages Beat the Heat Run Walk Club on Wednesday mornings to earn entries for an end-of-summer prize drawing. Check out free, family-friendly movies and music at Pasco Parks, plus many more activities and events, all listed online at pascoparksandrec.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Police in Washington State have arrested a man suspected of robbing Macklemore's house earlier this month.
Detectives recovered some of the rapper's stolen items, as well as goods believed to be from other high-profile celebrities.
Yeah, new at 6:30 now. Alex McClune brings us the story.
Help, please! In the middle of the night, the nanny of Macklemore's children begged for neighbors to wake up and call 911. It was just after midnight. Two men snuck in through an unlocked door and stole high-end jewelry.
This was a very extensive, 2 months long investigation. This was a very, very difficult and complicated investigation to crack.
A SWAT team arrested a 29-year-old with a history of convictions last Thursday. Police used a warrant for another robbery case out of Bellevue, in which the man removed an electronic monitoring device and failed to appear in court for violating the requirement. Investigators say the arrest led them to the Tien Phuoc jewelry store in South Seattle. Police arrested the store's owner for allegedly trafficking the stolen items. Detectives say they recovered keepsakes like the Sounders championship ring engraved with Macklemore's name, a Seahawks Super Bowl ring, a diamond tennis bracelet, and more.
These are very, very valuable items, tens of thousands of dollars, each one of them.
Police posted the pictures online in hopes that other robbery victims recognize their belongings.
And we do believe he's connected to other high-profile robberies, and that information is going to come out in the coming days.
That was Alex McClune reporting. The man has not been officially charged for the latest robbery. Prosecutors say that could happen as early as tomorrow.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Well, it was a hot, dry, and hazy Labor Day weekend, except for that little round of thunderstorms that we had on Sunday night. But it's going to continue to be hot, dry, and hazy, mainly because of this spinning blue H off in the Pacific. This is an area of high pressure, and it's going to continue to make us hot, dry, and hazy over the next couple days. So not really going anywhere for Tuesday, not really going anywhere for Wednesday or Thursday as well. So the heat is only going to build over the next handful of days. I'll talk more about that in a second. But first, for tonight, hazy skies across the map, especially smoky downwind of the Wildcat fire. So that would put some of the thickest smoke into the Yakima Valley. Overnight low is going to be down into the 50s in the Cascades, 50s and 60s in the Blues, and 60s for lower elevations. Wind gusts going to be mostly light, could be a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley. The same thing for the Dalles. Then for tomorrow, more hazy sunshine across the map. This time it's going to be a little bit hotter. So we'll be into the 80s in the Cascades, 80s and 90s in the Blues, 92 degrees in Cabbage Hill, and then 90s and some triple digits for lower elevations. This would be about 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Wind gusts a little bit breezy in the southern Blues, the Blue Foothills, and for that US 97 corridor, but the rest of us going to see light wind gusts and high temperatures going to stay around 100 in the Tri-Cities through Thursday, the pivot for Friday. Then at that point, we'll start to really cool things off, actually a little bit below average by the time we get to Monday. But for the weekend, hovering right around 90 degrees. And that dip in temperatures is going to coincide with shower and thunderstorm chances going up. Now for Friday, it looks like that's mostly going to be in the mountains, but Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, lower elevations could get in on the fun as well. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, around 100 through Thursday, the pivot for Friday, and then cooler and wetter for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. In Yakima, hazy / smoky, just given the proximity to the Wildcat fire that's burning in northwestern Yakima County. But it looks like the more unsettled weather for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday could help out that haze and smoke situation. Then in the Kittitas Valley, kind of dealing with the same thing, although chances for thunderstorms better in the Kittitas Valley as opposed to the Yakima Valley for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. In Hermiston, hot and hazy and dry through Thursday. Looks like a few more clouds building for Friday and then cooler and wetter for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then in Walla Walla, the exact same cycle. It's going to be an oven out there through Thursday, a little bit of relief for Friday, and then a little bit more relief for the weekend and the beginning of next week.
All right, we'll be ready for that oven. Thanks so much, Josh. Coming up next on the news at 6:30, we'll tell you all about an officer in Pittsburgh, why he's being recognized for his response to a stranded passenger, and why his colleagues weren't too fazed by his actions.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic. From cookouts to cleanup, let Fred's Appliance help you tackle Labor Day. Get truckload savings on all Bosch appliances. Whether you need to upgrade your kitchen or laundry room, Fred's Appliance has the Bosch you need. Explore in-stock, get it today inventory. Like this Bosch refrigerator, save $1,000 while they last. Swing in today to save big and get exclusive in-store rebates. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
This season on the Ducklerette.
I'm so excited this year to find the one.
I'm here to win.
I'm one of the fastest duck racers in the country.
Who will win this year's 2025 Mid-Columbia Duck Race? Find out September 20th at Columbia Park in Kennewick. The grand prize is a 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross, plus other fantastic prizes. Support our community, lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep the tradition alive. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race, presented by Toyota and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Apple Valley News Now. Hope you have a great Labor Day.
Time for what's trending. A traveler with disabilities who was recently stranded in Pittsburgh, now back home in Canada. The man told police he got off a Greyhound bus to stretch his legs, and guess what? The bus just left without him.
He did not have any of his luggage or even any money. Oh, and the man is deaf and doesn't speak English.
That's when Officer Harris bought a $113 train ticket for him.
His colleagues say he does this type of thing all the time. Lighter news now, the Powerball jackpot has grown to a staggering $1.1 billion. That's after no one correctly matched all 6 numbers on Saturday night.
Again, the next drawing will be tonight. It'll be the 5th largest prize in the history of the game. Can you imagine?
Unbelievable. Your chances to win the drawing, officials say it's roughly 1 in 292 million.
So you're saying there's a chance?
A little one. A little one.
It's there.
And get this, at a whopping $300 million, Sotheby's lists Little Lake Lodge near Aspen as the most expensive house for sale in the country. The home was built by a California billionaire couple who own the parent company of Fiji Water and Palm Wonderful.
Yeah, Little Lake, not so little. It is 27,000 square feet and it's on 74 acres of estate. The property includes the 4 parcels of land, a private 6-acre lake, and a 45-space parking lot because, you know, you'll need that when you win the Powerball.
That's right. Taxes for the new homeowner will be roughly $131,000.
Yeah, it's good timing, right?
Yep. Final word when we come back.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free benefits fair and lunch at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, September 19th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
The best bulls in the world have come to town. The bulls and their riders, those 8 seconds go by in a heartbeat. 8 seconds to become a champion or nothing. It's bull time, Kennewick. PBR bucks into Toyota Center September 5th and 6th. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets or Ticketmaster.
A summer love for young and gold. Paradise! Bachelor in Paradise, new Mondays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City. Look and feel your best with cosmetic dermatology services.
Whitman Hill Winery joins hands with MultiCare Cancer Institute at North Star Lodge and the Memorial Foundation to fight cancer. On Friday, September 19th, enjoy an upscale intimate wine dinner, an evening to remember. Then join us for a day of fun on Saturday. Savor Big Stick Barbecue and sweet treats from Cupcakes and Corks. Plus, groove to the music of Mike Powers and then KCJ Jazz Company. We'll close the night with a heartfelt floating luminary memorial on Whitman Pond. Visit whitmanhillwine.com to learn how you can help crush cancer. Whitman Hill Winery, pouring hope, raising strength.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Here's the bottom line for the forecast. High is going to be around 100 for tomorrow, for Wednesday, and for Thursday. Hazy sunshine for the foreseeable future. And we are maybe going to get some relief from that in the form of some cooler temperatures and some shower and thunderstorm chances going up as we head into this weekend. Again, just want to time out the smoke and the haze throughout the rest of the night. We'll get those northwesterly winds pushing some thicker smoke into the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, some of that leaking over into the lower Columbia Basin. You'll definitely see it for tomorrow morning, thinning out throughout the day, but as we head into the evening, once again, those winds out of the north and west putting some thicker smoke back into the valleys.
And here is your reason to smile tonight. Take a look at this photo from Anne. Thank you so much for sending it in. Use that QR code there if you would like to send in your picture. We would love to see it.
And that's going to do it for the news at 6 and 6:30. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night. We'll see you right back here for the news at 11.